Okay then, Gareth, so if we take a look at these two swings here now, as we discussed on the left-hand one here now, quite a rounded kind of back there, very much head down, very much sort of tense and restricted kind of position. This often comes from people when they get on the range with their mates and stuff, and unfortunately get told things like keep your head down, keep your arms straight, bend your knees, get under the ball, etc., etc. So that very sort of restricted position at address as you went back, there wasn't really much of a backswing going on there, so you couldn't really create much power. Obviously, they're rising up there with the body, and this is what people see in the goals when they see the head rising. And think by just saying keep your head down, your head will stay in that position. The problem is now, because of that roundness in the back, you're unable to rotate your body as effectively as you want, and therefore, because you can't rotate, your body has to go somewhere. So unfortunately, it starts then rising up, and then you're relying on a lot of timing now to get back down to the ball. And in case in this one we don't quite get down there enough, and the ball then sort of shoots along the ground. So trying to get that back as straight as we can. Now, admittedly, it's going to be a slight curve there, but getting that kind of tilt over the golf ball, get our chest, as we discussed, pointing down towards the golf ball, and then practicing that rotation that we showed with the club across your shoulder, just to get used to that body movement. It doesn't sort of feel a natural move initially, but the more we can repeat it over and over again, the more it's going to be something we can do without having to think about it too much. So you can see here now there's still a little bit of rising up because that's kind of instinctive for you, but it's a lot more freer movement, and the club now can get back a lot higher. So we've got to work on that movement of the body and how that body's going to rotate. It is just more of an effort to rotate while maintaining your spine angle, as opposed to, you can see in this case, standing up. So with the practice that we discussed, getting those shoulders to tilt down better will make it a lot easier. When we come back to the golf ball, though, reasonable kind of movement there and strike, and then right the way through to the follow through, which we'll look at probably a bit more detail going forward next session. But the main focus now, as I say, Gareth, is address, get that body in a nice straight position. As I said, I was practice standing up against a wall with back of the heels, the back of your hips there, and your shoulders and your head touching the wall, just to get that kind of extension in your back there, making it a lot easier for your body to tilt over the golf ball at address, and also make it easier for you to rotate your body in the backswing. So if we can work on that setup, get that back straighter, and then get that sensation that body now is rotating, trying to stay a little bit more on that blue line with that golf swing, we're going to find it a lot easier now to be more consistent with our strike. And then once that's becoming more sort of natural and more efficient in that movement, we'll look sort of going forward now with the next sort of part of the swing there, with the follow through and the impact. Work on that probably towards next lesson. So I hope that makes sense. Any questions, obviously give me a shout, but I'll see you soon. Cheers, mate.